Welcome back. Today we're going to do BCF 99. Now in the previous video we showed BCF 98, getting close to that century event. Now since we last left off we have had another event, and that was BCF Exhibition, Malele versus Carl. Now BCF Exhibition is, if you think of UFC's fight night, basically it's just to showcase a few of the lesser known fighters in order to build up their momentum, their popularity, and basically these events, because when you create events, when you first start off as a lower company, you cannot have any other events. You can only have like main events. If you put them as a TV show, then obviously they become a TV show. But here where it says intent, you can either have a major show, which is like basically all the bells and whistles, so you think like UFC 200 plus whatever. You have a lesser show, so this could be like fight night or whatever. Basically a lesser show, it will give less popularity increase or decrease, so you don't have to have as major stars. And then throwaway show, basically it's a non-show. It's just for you to show fighters. You'll lose no popularity unless it's absolute crap, but it basically means that anyone who's like low popularity can basically headline it, and it doesn't matter. You're still getting the money. Say if you have a TV host for it, but if it's just a basic show, then it'll go off your popularity. Now we are at BCF 98. Like I said before this, we did have the BCF Exhibition, Malele vs Carp, in which Jaden Carp beat Mills Malele with TKOs. The only other fight of note was Bill Brown versus Tom Billings, and then a few lowercase fighters. I don't think there was anyone that stands out. Basically this is just a way to showcase my lowercase fighters. Alright, now on to BCF 99. Now all the fighters made weight, so we should have a very good event for you tonight. Can't recall whether we got any title fights. We may have one. Oh no, we don't have one, but we do have an exciting heavyweight main event. Tikhon Cabal versus Morgan Wakarewarewa. It's a bit hard to say his name, but basically New Zealand. I think like Samoan, big massive Samoan dude, big massive destroyer. But anyway, should be good. So now continuing on, BCF 99. The show is taking place in London. We have Tikhon Cabal versus Morgan Wakarewarewa as the main fight. Tikhon Diev, former light heavyweight champion, versus Akabaro. A bit of a grudge match there. And then we have Manuel Cabral versus Jasnide. The big mouth, just think like Conor McGregor, just always talking shit about his opponents, and half the time losing. So continuing on, now BCF 99. This is the main overview. Welcome to the pre-show analysis. This is the 14th BCF show of 2007. We've got 5 main fights and 6 preliminaries. Main event is Tikhon Cabal, the Frenchman. His only 2 losses are both against Rav Kapoor. It's both title fights. He challenged and he lost. And Morgan Wakarewarewa is 16-2, 11-2 in the BCF. I believe one of his losses was against Rav Kapoor for the title, and another loss was quite recently. Other fights we've got Lai King Ho, former featherweight champion, fighting tonight. We've got Akabaro, last seen knocking out Alexei Chekhov. Jasnide returns after getting knocked out by Rupert Lennox, and so on and so forth. Now this will just tell you the main stats behind the 2 fighters. So 2 of the best pound for pound fighters in the world. Wakarewarewa 11, Cabal is 13. It's 10th time Wakarewarewa's main evented for BCF, 4th time for Cabal. Cabal has finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. And then we've got the basically what the judges or the analysis think will win. So it's pretty tied, 4 for one, 3 for the other. And now for our co-main event, we have Tikhon, Diev, former light heavyweight champion, versus pretty boy Danny Akabaro. Now they have fought before, and Diev won by unanimous decision. So I may as well get straight onto it. So same as last time, we won't bother watching the prelims, we'll just skip right through them. So our first fight is in the female featherweight, I believe. It might be bantam. Bantam, I think it's the heavy one. But we have Lauren McCallan, 9-0 from Northern Ireland. Style is pancreation. I haven't a clue what that is. Versus Jana McDowell, the last from Newcastle. Pro record of 10 wins, 5 losses, and her style is judo. So all the lower fights, barring the main event or a title fight, are 3 times 5-minute rounds. So Jana McDowell manages to defeat Lauren McCallan by knockout in round 22. Sorry, in round 2. And you see here, crikey, for the entire fight, Lauren McCallan didn't throw a single punch, or didn't land a single punch. She got 1 ground sweep. Jana McDowell threw 2 power punches, 1 jab, and then 7 ground strikes. So 7 power strikes on the ground. So that's basically the haymakers on the ground once they're knocked down, and the 13 jabs. Moving on, our second prelim, we have Julio Carrera versus Hayden Ellery. I think this might be light heavyweight if I remember correctly. It could even be a heavyweight. And here we go. We have, heavyweights. They both actually weigh quite similar. Hayden Ellery 6 pounds heavier, 1 inch taller. Similar experience, and the bets are actually quite even, so both are good odds. No one's the underdog. So we skip to the end, and Julio Carrera wins by majority decision, so split decision basically. And if you look at the statistics, there's quite a lot of punches from Ellery, and not that many from Carrera, but Carrera did manage a few power punches, so it might be significant punches that won him it. We'll see now, there'll probably be some debate at the end of it. Next we have another heavyweight fight. We have Hanif Hussain and Giovanni Di Matos. Next up, so again, similar weights, similar heights, similar experience. Quite similar styles as well, boxing, kickboxing, so this should be a good fight standing up. Let's get saying, and there we go. Hanif Hussain defeats Di Matos for TKO strikes in 1:45 of round 1. So not many punches. In fact, Gino Di Matos only got 1 strike off, and Hanif Hussain puts him down. Moving on, and we have 3 more prelims for the main event. There you go, he's going to a party after it. Now here we have Carter Potter, this is Pai Cheng, another heavyweight fight. Carter Potter, former champion of BCF in the early years, 2002, when I first started his career. He was the main player, but now he's in the undercard fighting in the prelims because no one knows him anymore. A massive underdog as well, 6'3", 790. Quite old, 11 years older than Pai Cheng, 1 inch shorter and a few pounds lighter. Get to the end. Pai Cheng defeats him by unanimous decision, and the fight was rated as average, which is crap basically. So we see it, barely any strikes. Pai Cheng did get the better power strikes though, but only Pai Cheng wins due to the takedowns. Moving on. Our fourth prelim is George Stair versus Dominic Oppenheimer, and this is in the lightweight division, I believe. Lightweight might be in the welterweight division actually. I'll have to check them after, because 205 is light heavyweight, 180 is middleweight, and then I'm sure it's welterweight. It should be 170. I'm missing one though. And last of the preliminary fights, Gordon Idol versus Bud Brockett in the lightweight division. And Gordon Idol manages to beat Brockett. TKO strikes in round 3. The fight was rated as being great. So we see there, similar amount of strikes. But obviously Gordon Idol manages to get the TKO victory. So now, move on to the main event. What you've all been waiting for. I'm quite excited to eventually get to a BCF 100. Should be really good. So our first fight of the main card is Manish Khan versus Alejandro Wakarewarewa. And our first main event of the fight, £145. Similar ages, similar heights, identical weight. Quite similar records, and the boxing of Manish Khan versus Sprawl and Brawl of Wakarewarewa. So, like last time, we're going to play the main fights. So I'll try and keep up with the analysis. It does move quite fast, but we'll try and keep up, and then we can pause if anything exciting happens. So here we go. BCF 99 main event. Well, main card starts now. Guerrero looking to stand in the pocket. It's got a great right hook there. Oh, might have broken his jaw there. Guerrero's the one sitting in the pocket, advancing forward. Another great right hook. Khan looks like he's getting taking a lot of punches this round. Midway through the round now. Guerrero's still in the pocket. I don't seem to be doing much, but all the highlights are showing Wakarewarewa. A lot of striking, like what we'd like to see. Oh, big strike then. Oh, there we go. Manish Khan with the TKO victory. So you see then, we go back. A brutal right hand lands. Wakarewarewa slumps against the cage for a second, then collapses against the floor. But previous to that, we had another big strike where Khan just basically smashed him. Surprising, really, because it looked like Khan was getting beat at first, punches wise. But anyway, Manish Khan wins. I believe he should now be up to rank 2 in his division, so he should be going for a title fight soon. Next we have Hans Christian Block versus Tikhon, the famed Asian superstar, massive over in Asia, quite a staple of the earlier world martial arts games. I know 3 and 4 is like the one of the second best in the division. So starting off, ready for this. Block the underdog slightly, touch the gloves. Oh, there's a block with a takedown straight away. Going for the submission. Another submission attempt. Oh, there we go. Little dragon off his back. Managed to submit Christian Block. Average fight. Yeah, nothing happened. Basically, we had a takedown, and then Christian Block sat on him until Tikhon was managed to apply a submission. Moving on. Our third fight of the main card coming up, and it is Manuel Cabal versus Jazz Snide. Jazz Snide, I quite like Jazz Snide. He's the ultimate shit talker. He's always in the news because all he does is talk shit about other fighters, and so he has like 8 challenges. So I'll just show you quickly all the challenges he's got, and then we'll get on with the fight when it decides to load. I even clicked it. But Wakarewarewa, the elder, 9 years older, 3 inches taller, same weight. So here we go. There's the Lionheart snide, always in the news. If we go down to personal, all the people that dislike him, or he dislikes as well. And then we've got a grudge match tonight versus Cabal, white hot. So it should be good. Now, whenever he's come to the very top competition, he has actually lost snide. So he lost against Rupert Lennox and Patrick Peterson when Peterson was first starting. But he has got quite a lot of wins. Most of these are grudge matches. Every time he wins a fight, he calls up someone else. Now, let's move on. Our third main event, third main card fight. Let's get started. There you go. Snide the hometown fire, no touch gloves. Snide trash talking. Cabal goes for the takedown, doesn't get it. Outside sweep takes Snide to the ground. Cabal very good on the ground with his BJJ. Another takedown attempt. Snide back on his back. Cabal goes for the submission and he gets it. There we go. A leg lock as well. But quite a short fight. Cabal with the submission, and just Snide loses again. For all his talk, when it comes against top opposition, he can't seem to get it through. So Cabal, thanks to all his supporters and his fans. Looking at the replay of the finish, Cabal says they're extremely happy at getting the submission on just Snide. Moving on to our co-main event, we have Tikhon the Tank Diev versus Pretty Boy Danny Akabaro. Danny Akabaro mainly a striker, Diev I believe a wrestler or submission wrestling. Tikhon Diev mainly grinding out victories, sitting on his opponent for like 3 rounds, whatever. Danny Akabaro going for the punches. So co-main event in the light heavyweight division, and away we go. Now we're 17 minutes in so far, and this is nearly finished. This I've got one more fight after this. We've been smashing through these fights. Akabaro standing, big right hand, moving into the pocket. Diev won't want to stand too long. Oh, catches the kick, goes for a takedown. Diev trying to get on top. And there we go, round 1 ends. Akabaro wins based on his striking. Javelins from Akabaro. Lots of punches and kicks from Akabaro. Diev waiting his time, trying to get the takedowns. But if he doesn't do much this round, it looks like he might have lost on decision. More punches from Akabaro. Looks like Akabaro's starting to tire already. I haven't finished the second round yet. There we go, round 2 ends. Akabaro again. Does look like Diev might lose unless he manages to do something this last round. Oh, vicious right cross. Oh, knockout. Danny Akabaro knockout. A massive right hand, I believe it was then. A vicious right cross, and that's it. Diev is down and out. So Danny Akabaro has now beaten Diev once, and Diev has beaten Akabaro once. A grudge match. We'll have to have a third fight, see who the ultimate winner is. If you look at Danny Akabaro, we've smashed it regarding punches, and Diev didn't do much. A few jabs and 1 takedown. When he got the takedown, he buggered all. He didn't get 1 pass, so he didn't do much. Fight was rated as being decent, so we'll see what Akabaro has to say. He's calling out Marlon John. Marlon John apparently is ducking because he knows that he will lose. So now we move on to the main event. Let's see how we go. So we have Tikhon Cabal, the baddest man in MMA, and Morgan, the Maori Wakarewarewa. Morgan's one of my favourites. He just lacks that final push to the championship. But if he beats Tikhon today, he's on for the title. Now the person who holds the title, I believe, is Lars-Gunnar Exberg, or who's challenging it for it next, has previously beat Morgan Wakarewarewa. So if Gunnar Ekberg wins the title, then it'll be quite interesting to see what happens. But I believe that's for BCF 100. We'll check after this. So it's time for the main event of the evening. Tikhon Cabal goes head to head with Morgan Wakarewarewa in the BCF heavyweight division. Tikhon Cabal, 35 years old, 6'1", 244 pounds. Morgan Wakarewarewa, 27 years old, 6'6", and 252 pounds. So massive weight advantage, massive height advantage. It's a shame it doesn't say a reach. Oh, there you go. Has a reach of 74 inches. A reach of 75 inches. Crikey. Well, Tikhon Cabal from France, Morgan from New Zealand. Boxing versus wrestling. Morgan the slight favourite, and away we go. Main event. Underway. Touch of gloves. Oh, big strike already. Submission attempt. Oh, that was close. They are both on the ground. There we go, round one ends. I don't know what happened in that first few seconds. I seen a big strike and then a submission attempt. So he must have knocked him down straight away and then gone for submission. If you look at that, they spent the rest of the fight on the ground. 28 ground jabs. Alright, moving on. Start round 2. There will be 5 rounds in this main event fight. 5 5-minute rounds. Back underway. Suplex attempt. Oh, he doesn't get the suplex. Referee separates them. Morgan much stronger than Cabal. Bit of a boring round. Wakarewarewa again due to his controlling the clinch. Another round of Wakarewarewa controlling him. Not much going on. You'd be a bit upset if you paid to watch this. Oh, we're going for a slam. Oh, and he slams him. But at the end of the round, we go Wakarewarewa. 3 rounds. Tikhon Cabal got to somehow find a win now. Surprising, really. Oh, another suplex. Fucking hell, massive suplex. You know, Wakarewarewa, the strength on him. 24 minutes in to our stream. Wakarewarewa just seems to be fucking suplexing him all over the shop. Cabal's got top guard though now, or top control. Round 4 ends. Oh, Cabal won that round. according to the judges. Don't know how he got fucking slammed across the suplex across the ring, or the cage. Surprising when you see Wakarewarewa just do bugger all, because he is quite a decent striker as well. So most heavyweights are due to like the immense size and weight of them. But Wakarewarewa never seems to go for the strikes. I mean, like within the first minute, he managed a big strike that got Cabal wobbled, and yet he didn't think he went for a submission instead of just pounding him into submission. But oh, there you go, Morgan Wakarewarewa, as we're talking about him, managed to knock him out with a massive kick. The fight was rated as being good if you just go back. Counter attacks with a right hand that lands cleanly. That manages to get Cabal hurt. He's on rubbery legs, and then he gets floored with a huge right head kick. Head kick knockout. Amazing. If you look at the fight metrics, Morgan Wakarewarewa, crikey, he actually threw a lot of punches. Only 3 power punches, 68 jabs total. That's amazing to see. Cabal's meant to be the striker, and Cabal got loads of ground strikes. 1 power kick, 3 kicks, jab. To Cabal's 1 and 1 knee jab. Amazing. Now we just check out each fighter. Just check out Morgan. As I said, he's one of my favourite fighters anyway in this company. Just the sheer power of him half the time. You see him suplexing everyone. He just ends up getting knocked out, I think, both fights. I think he got knocked out against Akabaro when he challenged for the title. When it eventually decides to load. Yeah, there we go. And £11 second heavyweight in the world. He's just managed to beat Cabal. If we look at his fight history, he got a loss against Lars Gunnar Ekberg, who's challenging for the title next, and we lost against Akabaro when he was challenging for the title. Akabaro made his 4th successful defence. Akabaro has now lost the title to Murillo Santiago, I believe. And Morgan Wakarewarewa looks now up to challenge with these 2 victories. Cabal, twice defeated by Akabaro, defeated by Morgan Wakarewarewa now, and I can't remember who else is beating within BCF, British Cage Fighting. We'll just quickly check when it decides to load. When it eventually loads. There we go, Cabal. Baddest man in MMA. Not too bad though. He just lost against Morgan. His 2 losses in our company have come both against Akabaro, both challenging for the title, both by TKO. He's also lost 3 times in Alpha 1, but that was before he come to us. He did beat Hassan Fezzik. That's his claim to fame when the game first starts. He managed to beat Hassan Fezzik, but then promptly lost against him. At that point in the game, he's Fezzik's only loss. Obviously, since then, Fezzik is basically world of mixed martial arts, Fido Emelianenko. That he was undefeated for many years, and obviously, as he's got older now, he just seems to have gone past his peak. So that's it. That's the end of BCF 98. The fight was rated as good. Post-fight interview, Morgan Wakarewarewa thanks everyone connected to the London Kickbox Academy for helping him prepare. He says he has a lot of respect for Cabal and praises his toughness. It was a solid performance from a remarkable fighter. And here we go, here's the summary screen. BCF 99. We had 27,419 people attend in London for a total of $7.6 million in gate revenue. Critical rating of 70%. That's quite low, that. Commercial rating of 100 based on the popularity of Morgan Wakarewarewa, who's like high international or something now, and it made 18.3 million off pay-per-view. Now if we continue on, our popularity increased globally apart from Africa, because I don't have any coverage there. There's no pay-per-view companies that cover Africa until I eventually make my own. And then post-event awards and bonuses. So, according to the game, Morgan Wakarewarewa is deserving of the knockout of the night. Cabal is deserving of the fight of the night, along with Josh Snyde, and the submission of the night. So, overall, half decent main card, and sets us up nicely for 25 million total revenue from this fight. It sets us up nicely for BCF 100, which is at the end of next month, end of August. I'll also be showing you BCF 100, our century event. Big excitement. I think the heavyweight title is being defended there, and also the middleweight or lightweight. I'll check that out when this finishes. But yeah, very exciting. Good event. I'm glad that you all could be here to watch it. See that we've been recording now for 30 minutes. I'll just show you the upcoming fights for the next event, and then we'll get on our way. Now, according to Twitch, I have one viewer again, which sounds a bit crap when you think about it, but that could always just be me. It seems to be seems to only ever say one viewer when I have the stream open, so I can see the preview to see what's happening. But when this eventually loads, it's loading the size of bloody Morgan Wakarewa's paycheck after another victory. There we go. The result: Wakarewa beats Cabal. Don't have much any more news. Nothing seems to be highlighted. No injuries by the look of it. But we do have a massive round. Oh no, here we go. Will Kane broken things during training. Manish Khan did get broken jaw, so when we said he might have broken his jaw, he did. We'll do all these in a moment. Now we just look at BCF 100, a massive century. We have the main event is Murilo Santino versus Lars Gunnar Ekberg for the main event. Heavyweight title on the line. Murilo Santino, I think this might be his first defence, is it? Yeah, his first defence. He won the title from Akabaro, BCF 93, start of this year, and now he's ready to defend against Lars Gunnar Ekberg. Both relatively young, 30 and 28. Lars Gunnar Ekberg undefeated so far, and so is Santino. And it should be a very good main event. Now underneath that we have Helio defending his lightweight title against Nathan Hamacho. So this will be a good fight as well. Ranked 1 and 2 in the BCF. Hamacho, a relative newcomer to BCF, he's only had one fight here so far and he won it. Beat Gordon Idol. Just a warm-up fight basically, because I believe he was Alpha 1's champion. And then Helio is 4 fights in now with us. He was also champion for one of the divisions, either for one of the other companies, either Gamma or Alpha 1. Just keep stealing, and he managed to defeat Fierro Lemontov last fight. A knockout punch to defend his title. Well, he might have even won it then. But yeah, a few other fights. Got another light heavyweight fight. We've got a lightweight fight, and then Lawrence Lampin versus Nimrod for heavyweight in the prelims. We've got a light heavyweight fight. Nothing really exciting there. A lot of bantamweight fights. Just get them out of the way. We've got a female featherweight fight, and then a normal featherweight fight, and a male featherweight fight. But that'll be our next event, the Century. We've got a few other events on the horizon. BCF Prime 34. We've got BCF 101, where we have the female bantamweight and the female featherweight titles on the line. The female bantamweight, it's Grace Ools, the winner of our reality TV show, who also was the first female champion, versus Pamela O'Neill, the interim champ. Massive like destroyer, beating up everyone in WEFF before we signed her. Unfortunately, we couldn't make them fight each other because Grace has only had 6 fights. I think a rematch, Shauna Stallman versus Erin Stefano, so that should also be good. We've got Isaac Monroe defending his middleweight title against Fedor Klechelskis. 102, the return of Rav Kapoor as well. And then BCF 103, we have Rupert Lennox versus Tim Oldacres in the lightweight. Nothing special about this card, but it still should be good. So that's it from me anyway. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and look forward to seeing you in the future. Goodbye.